As we get into high temp season here in Houston, we are keeping our eyes on this energy situation. So we start here with the current heat index. You can see a lot of triple digit numbers out there, including 105 in Sugar Land. And this is ERCOT's current grid conditions. Green is the color we want, and that's what we're seeing right now. So no problems right there. And over here is ERCOT's supply and demand tool. The teal line represents the demand. We want that teal line to be well below the purple line, which is the supply. So things are looking okay there right now. And down here is CenterPoint's energy outage tracker. No major issues to report there either. Ron.
Triple-digit temperatures are coming this week, which means a lot of Texans will be relying on their power in order to stay cool. ERCOT is already projecting rising energy demands this week. So let's bring in our energy expert, Ed Hers. Ed, what does this mean right now and for the rest of the summer?
Well, we've already reached beyond the peak that they forecast for this summer, which ordinarily would be coming in August. It just means that the economy has been growing tremendously in Texas, and we need to service that demand by having more electricity supply on the grid.
And earlier today, ERCOT announced a new ancillary service to support grid reliability. Can you explain what that tool is and how it'll affect those on the grid?
So it's a graphical representation of how well the grid is in balance between supply and demand. And it also indicates what additional resources in the short run are available to keep the frequency on the grid. As we know, electricity on our grid service in ERCOT is a frequency 60 hertz, 60 cycles. And so if it goes up or goes down, that means we're a little bit out of balance. And so what the ancillary services indicate are whether or not we're in balance with supply and demand. It's another step that ERCOT is taking to provide transparency to the consumer, not just to the market participants, because, well, after all, we're all market participants in ERCOT. But this is something that prior to today had really just been available to the traders and the generation and transmission companies participating in the ERCOT market.
All we have to look forward to in this hot summer. All right, thank you so much, Ed Hers, KHOU 11 energy expert. Thanks for joining us again today.
Yes.
And this is the second tool ERCOT has released in the last few weeks. At the end of May, ERCOT announced a new messaging system. It's called the Texans Advisory and Notification System, or Texans without an E. You can log on to it to check current conditions or sign up for email alerts and get notified several days ahead of possible higher demand. A heads up, the registration process is a little confusing. First, you go to ERCOT.com/TXANS. Notice that's Texans without an E. Then you click to sign up for notifications. It asks for an email and password, but you won't have one, so you'll need to click on Register Password. Once you register your email and password, make sure to go to your email to confirm. But then you have to go back to log in with your email and password. You'll then see this page. Type your name and click subscribe. Then head back to your email to confirm the subscription by clicking on the link. You should see this page with blue writing as confirmation. We've also got this on KHOU.com.